Wise men, I lost the bloodline. The entire...
In a jaw-dropping moment that shook the foundations of WWE, Roman Reigns has returned. And he didn't come alone. The tribal chief re-emerged on Raw with a brand new incarnation of the Shield, sending shockwaves through the WWE universe. Moments after Seth Rollins celebrated his Money in the Bank victory, the arena went black. And when the lights returned, Roman stood tall, flanked by two masked figures. As they unmasked, fans gasped. Jacob Fatu, who had just betrayed Solo Sikoa, and a cold, silent Jey Uso stood by his side. The bloodline has crumbled, and Roman has turned betrayal into power. With Fatu now his enforcer, Roman has declared war, and WWE may never recover. The bloodline in ruins. Betrayal cuts. Deep, leadership crumbles. The once unshakable bloodline, a family forged in power and loyalty, lay fractured and bleeding. Jacob Fatu's backstabbing of Solo Sikoa was a thunderbolt to the faction's core, shattering bonds and igniting chaos. Solo, the bloodline's heir apparent, was left a broken figure in the center of the ring, his dreams slipping away with every agonizing moment. The arena's air thickened with tension as fans watched Solo's leadership disintegrate before their eyes. This wasn't just a loss, it was a collapse. The bloodline's foundation crumbled, leaving Roman Reigns with a staggering choice. Let his empire fall into ruin or seize control and forge a new path. The tribal chiefs return, reforging the Shield with a controversial twist. Roman Reigns is no stranger to adversity, and last night he proved why he's the master of reinvention. Instead of mourning the bloodline's demise, the tribal chief transformed it into something terrifyingly new. A reimagined Shield that carries the weight of legacy, betrayal, and unyielding dominance. The arena's lights suddenly plunged into darkness during Seth Rollins' celebration, and when the floodlights blazed back to life, Roman stood at the top of the ramp like a god of war, flanked by two ominous figures cloaked in black tactical gear. The crowd held its breath as the two slowly removed their masks, revealing faces that sent shockwaves through every corner of the arena. The onslaught begins. Fatu and Jey's ruthless assault leaves Rollins reeling. The silence shattered as Fatu erupted into action with savage precision, launching himself at Bronson Reed with a devastating moonsault that left the powerhouse sprawled and gasping for breath. Jey Uso followed with a punishing superkick, a devastating breaker that sent Seth Rollins' faction reeling in shock and disbelief. The air vibrated with energy as Roman's new Shield unleashed a brutal message. This wasn't just a faction's rebirth. It was a calculated declaration of war. Rollins and his allies stood frozen, their expressions a mix of shock and dawning terror. This seismic shift in WWE's factional landscape changed everything in an instant. The master plan revealed. Fatu's betrayal was Roman's calculated test. As whispers spread through the WWE backstage and fan forums alike, insiders revealed that Jacob Fatu's betrayal was no reckless act of treachery. It was a meticulously orchestrated test devised by Roman Reigns. The tribal chief had been watching and waiting, letting his rivals tear each other apart until the perfect moment arrived to strike. Jey Uso's sudden and shocking allegiance to Roman only deepened the intrigue. After a crushing defeat to Gunther and receiving a pointed message from the tribal chief, Jey made a pivotal choice. Family above pride. His decision sent a clear message. Roman's new Shield was united, loyal, and deadlier than ever. Solo Sikoa's tragic fall. The broken heir left bleeding in the ring. The image of Solo Sikoa, battered and left bleeding in the middle of the squared circle, will haunt fans for weeks to come. The once bright future of the bloodline's successor seemed to collapse in slow motion, his spirit crushed beneath the weight of betrayal and loss. More chilling still was Roman's cold approach during the chaos. He didn't physically attack Seth Rollins. Instead, he stood back, eyes locked on the money in the bank briefcase held tightly by Rollins, and gave a sinister, knowing smile. It was a silent but clear warning. Roman was setting his sights on the briefcase, the prize that could change the balance of power in WWE forever. The Tribal Chief's reinvention, weaponizing betrayal and loyalty. Roman Reigns didn't just walk back into WWE. He reinvented himself as a strategist and a conqueror. By harnessing his family's internal betrayal and recruiting the dangerous Jacob Fatu as his new enforcer, while securing Jey Uso's loyalty, Roman has forged the most formidable Shield incarnation in WWE history. This new Shield is not just a faction. It's a force of nature, blending legacy with ruthless pragmatism. Their mission: dismantle Seth Rollins' faction, reclaim dominance, and rewrite the WWE's power hierarchy. Questions linger. Revenge, loyalty, and survival in the new WWE landscape. The WWE Universe is buzzing with questions. Will Solo Sikoa rise from the ashes of betrayal to seek vengeance against Roman and his new Shield? Is Jey Uso's allegiance to Roman genuine, or a cunning trap set to crush his enemies from within? How will Seth Rollins and his faction respond to this sudden, overwhelming threat? The answers remain uncertain. But one thing is clear: WWE will never be the same again. The Shield's new era has begun. The war for WWE's future starts now. Roman Reigns' shocking return and the formation of his revamped Shield have ushered in a new era of chaos, power struggles, and epic rivalries. The Bloodline's legacy is shattered, but from its ashes, Roman has forged a new empire, stronger, deadlier, and more unpredictable than ever. Fans around the world are on the edge of their seats, waiting for the next explosive chapter in this saga. As alliances shift and wars ignite, one thing is certain: the fight for WWE's future has only just begun. Smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because this is the WWE revolution you don't want to miss.